Hi everyone, Chef Lisa here from Revive Wellness and My Viva Plan. Today I am making Citrus Hemp Heart Muffins. This recipe can be found on My Viva Plan, so check it out on there. It's a super easy recipe and these muffins freeze really well. So quick breakfast or snack option. It's a great recipe. So to get started, we're going to add our dry ingredients to a large bowl. So we have some whole wheat flour here and some all-purpose flour. And then our hemp hearts, of course, and baking soda, baking powder, and salt. And we're just going to whisk that all together, get that all combined. Okay, we're going to set that aside and we're going to do the same thing with our liquid ingredients. So we have some vanilla Greek yogurt here. So this is going to add a little bit of sweetness, some protein from the yogurt, of course, and a little bit of acidity. So that's going to react with our leavening ingredients and make sure that our muffins rise nicely. And then I've mixed in 1 measuring cup here. I have olive oil and maple syrup here. Now I really recommend that you actually do use the olive oil if you have it. Adds a really nice flavor and texture. If you don't have it, you can use any neutral vegetable oil such as canola oil. 2 eggs that have been whisked, some vanilla, some fresh squeezed orange juice and lemon juice, so I mixed them together in one bowl here, and some freshly grated lemon zest and orange zest, very important ingredients here. So once again, we're going to give that a whisk, combine everything together. Okay, so now we're just going to mix our wet and our dry ingredients. So bring the dry ingredients back over. Just going to add the wet ingredients right in, all in one go here. Try and scrape all that out if you can. Now I like to use a whisk. It kind of gets a bit gunked up sometimes, but you can always switch over to your spatula. So the key thing with mixing muffin batter and loaf batters and stuff like that is that you don't want to over mix it. You just want to mix until your dry ingredients kind of get absorbed and you don't see any really large patches of dry ingredients. If you over mix it, what ends up happening is that your gluten starts to develop too much and then your final product ends up being kind of heavy, dense, kind of chewy like a bread, which we don't really want with muffins typically. So I'm just going to give that one little stir here, make sure all that dry stuff is mixed in. So it's going to be a little bit lumpy and that's okay. I know that it's kind of tempting to keep whisking so that you get a perfectly smooth batter, but that's going to overmix it. So a little bit of lumps is okay. So we have our batter all mixed here and all that's left to do now is to fill our muffin tin. All right, so this recipe makes anywhere between 18 to 20-ish muffins, depending on the size that you like for your muffin. I like larger muffins, so I'm gonna probably end up with about 18. So to make sure that your muffins kind of end up the same size, I like to use a portion scoop. This is a number 16, so it's about 2 ounces or so. You can also use a measuring cup, or you can just freehand it, whatever works best for you. So we're gonna scoop that in here. I like pretty big muffins, like I said, that kind of dome up. So I'm filling kind of close to the top here, kind of just over 3/4 full. Of course, they are going to rise on you, so you don't want to fill them too full. You want to still give them some room to rise. If you want to get a larger batch, which will result in smaller muffins, but that's okay, just fill them about 2/3 to 3/4 full or so. They won't have as much of a dome on there, but you will end up with more muffins, which is never a bad thing either. Okay, so once you have your muffin tin filled up here, I like to just sprinkle each one with some more hemp seeds. If you're unfamiliar with hemp hearts or hemp seeds, they're kind of a powerhouse ingredient. They have a really nice flavor. They taste kind of nutty, a bit earthy, sort of like sunflower seeds. They are packed full of protein, and actually a complete protein, so they have all the essential amino acids in there that you need. A plant-based protein, of course. They have omega-3 fatty acids as well, and iron, packed full of great stuff. So we're just going to sprinkle some of that on there. It makes it look really nice and pretty. So I'm going to finish filling these muffin tins here, and we're going to pop them in the oven at 350, and they're going to bake for about 20 to 25 minutes. These muffins just came out of the oven. They look great and they smell even better. The only thing that's left to do is actually the hardest part of the recipe, and that is we have to let them cool a little bit on a wire rack just until they're cool enough for us to be able to dig in and eat them, which is the best part of the whole recipe. So as I mentioned, the recipe can be found on my Viva plan, so check it out on there. I really hope you give these a try at home, and please enjoy. Thanks for watching today, and we'll catch you next time.